It's Father's Day. Here are some great moments we shared together. Remember when I was 6 years old and my mom died? You didn't tell me till a week after. There was a day before the funeral, and you gave me the choice between going to summer basketball camp or her funeral. I had to look up what funeral meant in the dictionary. That was a fun time. We still haven't ever talked about it really. I thought I was so cool after you taught me what smoking weed was. It made me feel way more mature than the other 9 year olds in my second grade class. When I struggled with my weight in my youth, you called me creative nicknames like pork chop, tubby, lunchbox, queer, and the F word for gay people. Thanks for always making me feel comfortable and safe. And my first guitar, wow. When I was 11, you showed me three chords: G, C, and D. Once I learned the other chords, you said, fuck you, out of jealousy, and we didn't talk for multiple days. I still can't enjoy music even though I practiced 8 hours a day for nearly 15 years. Wow. That same summer, you made me write reports on Charles Manson, the band Red Cross, and Jazz is Dead. Not to mention all of the pirated music you made me download, burn, and label for your collection. I do miss Demonoid. We really started to bond when I was about 13 and you started smoking pot with me every day. Remember when I blacked out at an Arby's after we got very high? And I woke up enough to tell the ambulance drivers I just needed some water. Everyone thought I was a girl since you made me have long hippie hair. Oh, the memories. Geez, then on my 14th birthday, I was grounded for 6 months because another kid at school brought weed, and when he got caught, he blamed it on me. Then you had to come to school and pick me up, and you were high as heck. Your eyes were so bloodshot, and even though you didn't have my back, and you made me take all the blame, I never told a single adult about your habitual pot smoking with a minor. Those were good times. How many times exactly did we see fish before I turned 18? 26? Wow. 26 times. I'll always cherish that day after you made me do some weak acid with you. I had just turned 15, and you let me stay home from school to bid on concert tickets on Ticketmaster. I got great general admission seats, and that was the first time I ever spent hundreds of dollars in my life. What a rush that was. Now, I was on mushrooms basically all of high school, so I can't remember when this one happened. It's still one of my favorites, though. See, I had a cross country race, soccer practice, and basketball practice after school on in one day. So to prepare, I shaved my pubes in the morning. Once you found out, I suppose I didn't do a good enough job cleaning up. My apologies. You lost your ever loving shit, and you waited for me to get home around 7 p.m. Remember? You were there in the kitchen. You said, what did you shave? And your face was all scrunched up tight. I laughed and said, my bush. And then you picked me up by my neck until my feet were off the ground and pinned me against the wall. The best part was when you thought I wanted to hit you back, but I didn't. So you called me a pussy. The first thing I said the next day when I could speak, do you remember? Only a coward hits a weak man. Then ironically you cut your lip shaving. Gosh, that was a Kodak moment for sure. Remember hitting on my girlfriends in high school? Remember telling a 17-year-old to show more skin? That's so you. One of my all time favorites is when I came home after our last soccer game my senior year, and you handed me an open envelope and said, I can't believe you did it. You got accepted. Then you called me a pussy because I didn't want to drink alcohol with you, because I didn't want to drink beer with you. Again, that's classic dad. Too many great moments to count. Cutting the grass with scissors, always being grounded. The way you always called me dumbass, idiot, retard, or big dick really let me know how much you cared. Another thing I'm so grateful for in this way is that you never talked about anything of importance with me. You said therapists were a waste of time, but we would watch the Da Vinci Code and you would give me we would watch the Da Vinci Code and you would give me lectures that lasted days about conspiracies. Yeah, they don't make them like you anymore. When I needed you most in life, you either let me down, you beat me up, or you turned your back on me completely. I wish we had more in common, really. It's nice to have a role model to talk to, but I'm not really into fish or hitting children or getting hot with children. Being miserable and alone seems to be your thing these days. At least we have our memories. Thanks for doing your best. That's all anybody can ever do. So, in case you ever want to forget, I'm here to make sure that doesn't happen. Happy birthday, John. And sure, happy Father's Day too. Thanks for everything. Without love, a pubeless retard.